Africa, and Euripides Hatzistefanis driving for Spain, but born and raised in Greece. And completing the grid, Laurens van Rensburg, the father of Luke, and Sebastian Parmentier. They're on circuit now for the first of their 2 formation laps.
Yeah, out they go. 125cc engines burst into life. The high-pitched whine of the engines, high revving machines, and out they go. There, the grid you can see, with 16 of them, 8 rows of the grid, vying for these 6 places to go through. So DD2, we follow grids for the other categories as well, particularly when we get to seniors, which is going to be a full grid of drivers all trying to get through. So at least in this, you're on the 8th row, you're the last row of the grid, but if you can get up to 6, which is not, it's not insurmountable, the odds in this one, are they, to get through, even if you're at the back of the grid. So the cart's going on to their second formation lap. You mentioned Tamsin Germain in kart 718. We only got 2 Masters qualifying for the pre-final in Genk, which was a bit disappointing. We had Christoph Adams, last year's champion, and Florian Lambert also making it through. But they were the only 2 that got through to the point-scoring races. It's slightly odd. We had this slightly odd thing where the driver that finished on the podium 3rd didn't actually get any championship points, did they? But hopefully a few more of them will get through. Although the best placed master is going to be Igor Mukin, and he's still
and he's still got a bit of work to do, hasn't he? Starts in effect in 8th position, the outside of the 4th row, and of course he's got those slightly younger drivers around him. They're not all absolute youngsters. Alongside him, Irvin Montfort is only in his 20s, I think. So there are quite a lot more younger guys than Igor. I keep wanting to stress the neutrality of Chris and myself, but I do hope we get at least 1, if not more, of these Masters through, for the very reason that Chris Hartley has said. And hey, Chris, we're both gentlemen. We really want Tamsin Germain to make it to the final as well, don't we?
Well, she's certainly she's better than 6 on the grid in the second chance heat. She's just had bad luck, a bad day yesterday, but I would expect to come through. And Ogor Mukin as well also had bad luck yesterday, all sorts of kart problems. So I don't think we've seen the true reflection of his pace yet either. So Andrei Stepanov leads them round, Kent. I think we're about to go.
And it's the first time we're in our first race of the day, I think. No, it is not. No, we've started the day with a false start. Well, everything that your commentators tell you is an unofficial announcement. And when I said we've got a good start, I said it because I thought they looked good enough. I thought they were in formation. I thought the speed was fine. But hey, what do I know what I'm talking about? To Thomas Leiner, our official, no, he was not satisfied. We may well learn. I guess it was perhaps excess speed. The formation didn't look at all bad. And Chris, a point I've often made in last chance races, the responsibility on the poleman and the other front row starter is always strong, and by the nature of things, these guys don't often find themselves on the front row in international competition.
That's true, yes, it's a good point actually. They won't necessarily have the experience of leading them around in international competition, though you'd expect that pretty much everybody that's here have been pretty successful in their home countries, so shouldn't have too many excuses really to be able to lead them around. But the thing is, they're all bunched up now. It's when they come out of the last corner, the front row men are trying to gun it, get away from them. Of course, people are still coming through the final corner, just can't keep up with them. So there is this rule where they have to. There's a blending line which they have to go across before they can really start to accelerate before the finish line. They have to get to that yellow line before they can properly hammer the throttles, and that should keep them compacted for a fair start for all.
Well, this is the 10th year of the Rotax Euro Challenge promoted by RGMMC, and it just happens to be the 10th year of Rotax Max Racing in Russia. And how apt then that the first race on finals day, pole position, a Russian, Andrei Stepanov, lining up with Maxi Fleischmann, Nicholas Olsen and Manish Scheibinger on row 2. Here we go. And we're certainly away this time, and that's a good start by Andrei Stepanov. And a sweet start indeed. Nicholas Olsen getting a good start, putting pressure on Maxi Fleischmann also. And Andrei Stepanov has left the door open, and cart number 642, Nicky Olsen, goes straight through. Well, Chris Hartley has said more than once before, and I endorse it absolutely. And we've lost one of our mid-race drivers, taking a 3 times a 360-degree spin, and he's making some hand gestures suggesting that he had some assistance off the circuit. Chris, one minor mistake, and boy, do you get punished. I can't say Andrei Stepanov did nothing wrong. He left a gap, and boy oh boy did Nicholas Olsen snatch it from him.
That's right, yeah, leave a gap and they're in, and probably 2 or 3 others will go in as well. It looked like a good start for Chris Groen. He seemed to be picking up places in the 764 kart from back in 10th place. Across the line at the end of the first lap then goes Olsen from 3rd on the grid. He leads the way. Maxi Fleischmann, the Austrian driver, in 2nd place, but with Sturken on his tail now. Chris Sturken trying to go through here.
Chris, our pole sitter's in trouble. He's down to 5th on 1 lap. And although he's in the top 6, Andrei Stepanov in real danger of finding himself with a battle, having started on pole.
And Igor Mukin having a look at the inside of him at the end of the back straight. Igor's made a good start. He's in 6th place. He's the leading master in kart 725 within this race. He's in the qualification positions in 6th place, but he's going for it anyway. He goes 5th up the inside into the hairpin, but runs wide then on the exit. He's got the inside line though for the next corner and just about scrambles the move together. So Igor Mukin up to 5th place, and the pole sitter now in the danger zone is in 6th place. But there's a bit of a gap back to the 7th place kart.
Chris, I often say this. If only these last chance racers could, these top 6 in the last chance could take stock. They may well say, hey guys, let's just be sensible and go round together. We don't need to race ourselves. If we stay here, we're qualified. But of course, they're racers. They've got a racer's head on the shoulder. And if you see a gap, the guy in front's offering you, you want to take it. Igor Mukin up to 5th place then, the best of the masters. We mentioned Tamsin Germain, the hard work she's got to do. She's up to 8th, so 2 more places for the English lady, and she could find herself continuing.
And a change for 4th place. Igor Mukin at the hairpin getting 4th place away from 611 Erwin Montfort. So Igor Mukin making good progress here. The Russian driver from the 4th row of the grid. He now moves up to 4th place. Olsen leads. Across the line he goes. Maxi Fleischmann in 2nd place, but with Chris Sturken right on his tail as they go into turn 1. No change there. Maxi Fleischmann, the German driver. We'll see in the break after these second chance heats as well. He gave us his onboard footage, and we had a flying lap with Maxi to give us a real impression of the circuit, and it looked super quick. So Maxi in the 660 car, you'll see later on in the day on RGMMC TV what it looks like to drive on board with him. He's there in 2nd place. Chris Sturken, I think he's a bit quicker than him, but there's no point taking any risks. Igor Mukin is keen to get through though, and is that him picking up 3rd place now in another position ahead of Sturken? It was very close as they came at the end of the back straight, and I think that might have been a change for 3rd place. Olsen just starting to break away by a couple of seconds at the end of the previous lap. Then this Fleischmann Mukin Sturken battle for 2nd place, but they've got to be careful not to take each other out. Maxi Fleischmann is still 2nd. Yes, Igor Mukin did indeed make the move stick at the end of the back straight, and through to 3rd place he goes. Chris Sturken down to 4th.
Well, we said that Andrei Stepanov in 6th place was in a qualifying position and could be relatively safe because of the gap. You know what? That gap has narrowed by 300% because it's the British driver Tom Pitlick getting closer and closer. Chris, you've seen something.
Yeah, Igor Mukin going up the inside at the end of the back straight and getting 2nd place now. So Igor Mukin with a lovely move there, just timed his run onto that back straight beautifully, and Igor from the 4th row is now to 2nd place. He overtook Maxi Fleischmann there, and there's a bit of a queue starting to form up now from 3rd place downwards, and not all of them are going to make it through into the top 6. So this is getting a bit tasty now. The leader goes through, 5 laps complete.
Yes, it's the half race distance, as Chris says, so Nicholas Olsen leading. Top 6. The forward progress that in the pre-final.
Ahead of Paul the gap that the race leader has.
And Chris Groan, perhaps.
Yeah. I think Groan's out. I think Tamsin Germain has just got going again. Yeah, here she comes. So she's got going again, but she's going to be seconds cleared. Igor Mukin having a good run through the field is second. Then you've got Chris Sturkin, number 645 in third. Maxi Fleisch